Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 live on Channels Television. A quick reminder of our top stories now. INEC warns against attacks on its staff as coalition of civil society groups demand mandatory use of the card reader. Hope rekindles for the All Progressives Congress in Taraba State as Court of Appeal reaffirms Sani Danladi as a rightful governorship candidate. President Muhammad Buhari meets Labour leaders in the presidential villa, asks PDP to explain oil money spending under their watch. And Algeria's President Abdulaziz Bouteflika warns of risk of chaos in the country's mass protests. ChannelsTV.com has more information for you, and on YouTube.com/channels web you can watch our videos. You can also watch us on your mobile device via your browser, or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows devices from their respective stores. Besides giving you access to news and updates on the go, the Channels TV and Channels 24 app have an eyewitness feature that you can use to share those pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the menu and follow the instructions. It's touchdown. The president has arrived at his hometown in Katsina State. The president first arrived at the international airport Katsina, where he was received by the governor, Aminu Bello Mazari, and other government officials. The president is expected to participate in Saturday's governorship and House of Assembly elections. As the nation prepares for the governorship and State House of Assembly elections on Saturday, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has put in all hands on deck to ensure a credible poll. This next report takes a look at the level of preparedness of the electoral umpire in different states across the country.
The set date for the governorship and State House of Assembly elections across the country is almost here, and the electoral umpire, INEC, continues to tie loose ends. In Kogi State, north-central Nigeria, INEC meets with stakeholders to address some of the issues raised in the general elections, but the police assures justice will be served.
Justice grinds slowly. If you have a case, raise up your case and go and complain, and people will take that complaint and measures can be taken from there. Please, Saturday is another election. Try and come out and vote.
The police in Taraba State intercept a vehicle conveying electoral materials from Gombe.
I am convinced beyond reasonable doubt that these items belong to INEC, not to any political party.
Sensitive materials do not come to the state office directly. When they issue it out, it will go direct to central bank. When the time comes, the central bank will now issue the sensitive materials to the INEC offices throughout the nation.
The electoral umpire in Nasarawa says all materials have been deployed to the 13 local government areas of the state, and they are ready for Saturday's polls.
With the level of our preparation and the tempo of what we have put in place, polls will start at 8 o'clock.
Still in the north central, sensitive materials for the elections are being distributed in 17 local government areas in Plateau State.
From here, the materials will be escorted by armed security, which you have seen around, to the various local governments, 17, and they will be distributed to the various rack centers. And on Friday, movements and activities of the rack centers will commence.
Now in the northwest, INEC in Katsina State has also begun conveying sensitive materials to the 34 local government areas of the state.
We have concluded all the arrangements, but in line with our openness, we have informed the party agents and others that what we have here, you have most of the items, and you have very few that are outstanding.
To the southwest, where sensitive materials are being sorted at the CBN premises in Duga District, Oyo State.
I want to assure the members of the public, the people of Oyo State, that they should go out on Saturday. They should cast their vote for the candidate of their choice. Their vote will count, and we shall not allow, I want to say this very categorically, we shall not allow anybody to rig.
And finally, in Cross River State, in South Nigeria, a group of persons living with disabilities called for the reposting of the resident electoral commissioner.
The people with disability will launch a massive protest on Friday, still in this place, if the resident commissioner is not redeployed to another state.
As Nigerians anxiously wait to cast their votes on March the 9th, 2019, many hope that all efforts by INEC will result in a peaceful process.
The Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, says that there is nothing to fear as regards providing security during and after the governorship and House of Assembly elections in Ogun State. Professor Osinbajo gave the assurance in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, while leading the campaign trail of the All Progressives Congress government's governorship candidate, Mr. Dapo Abiodun. The Vice President also thanked residents for voting President Muhammadu Buhari, canvassing votes for the party's governorship candidate, Mr. Dapo Abiodun, who he says remains the best man for the job in the state.
Federal government ló ní àdẹ̀ṣekúnú pé gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ agbófinró yẹn, gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ security yẹn, àwa la a máa ṣètò ẹ̀, ètò a máa ṣe déédéé, security àtó, kò ní sẹ́nì kankan tó máa lè rí jàgídíjàgan kankan ṣe. Gbogbo ìbò tá fẹ́ dìyẹn a máa rí dì dáadáa, ó máa ṣojú gbogbo wa, àdẹ̀ṣẹ́mi gbogbo wa.
The Vice President, Yemi Osinbajo. For the other party, the People's Democratic Party in Ogun State, the Sikirolai Ogundele faction of the PDP today adopted the governorship candidate of the Allied People's Movement, Adekunle Akinlade, as its preferred candidate, and it has directed its supporters to vote for him. The factional governorship candidate of the party, Mr. Ladi Adebutu, had lost out in the judgment delivered by Justice Abubakar Shitu of the Federal High Court, Abeokuta, in the case of to determine the authentic governorship candidate for the party. Now, despite his suspension by the leadership of the All Progressives Congress, the Imo State Governor, Rochas Okorocha, remains very active on the political scene. Governor Okorocha today turned up to support the governorship candidate of the Action Alliance, Mr. Uche Nwosu, at the grand finale of his campaign at the Dan Ayam Stadium in Owerri, the state capital. He told party supporters at the rally that he is confident of Mr. Nwosu's in Saturday's governorship elections in Imo State.
I know your election and your victory has been signed, sealed. Uche Nwosu is a child of destiny. Uche Nwosu is one that God has chosen, is a God's elect. My Bible tells me, touch not my anointing and do my prophet no harm. One man has a signature agreement with destiny. Let no one touch me.
When the News at 10 returns, Intercept Group announces second edition of its PAC National Science Competition for secondary schools. Join us again.